Hey everyone, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can become a PNG tuber. It's actually pretty simple to do, but there's a lot of different ways you can do it. And I did find some ways easier than others, so I wanted to make this video for you. All right, let's just jump right into it. So to get started, I highly recommend using this program called Veadotube. Veadotube's awesome. Pretty much what this does is it creates multiple images based on if you're talking or if you're not talking. You can even see it's like doing some kind of animations when it's talking as well. But it's a lightweight application and there's a ton of functionality in it. So to get this, just scroll down, go to download now. You can just go, no, just take me to downloads, and then download the version that's right for you. When you get it, it's gonna be a compressed file. So all you have to do is extract all and extract it into the right area. And then when you're in there, just double click that application and it'll open up Veadotube. So this is what you're gonna see when you first get in here. You're gonna see that it's this deer image, and anytime I'm talking, you'll see that the mouth opens. It also shakes a little bit. Before I get into the settings of this and everything that you can do, I'm just gonna show you what the scenes are. So this is what the actual one we're looking at is. You have the closed mouth image, and then you have the open mouth image. You also have like a closed mouth blinking image and an open mouth blinking image. When you give a blinking image, then you'll notice over time, this image will blink over time. So it just gives a little bit more of a layer of functionality to it. You don't have to add the blinking part, but it definitely can improve it. If you did want to change one of these out of these four, you can just click into it and replace the image, or just simply even remove the image if you want to get rid of those blinkings. And then you go down to here and you can change the state properties. So you can change the things like the title and the blink duration and the blink interval. Then here you can also change up the effects. So they have a lot of different effects here. If you go into here, you can do darken, jump, random move, and wave rotate. Personally, I like these two a lot. Just the random move and the jump. Those together actually work really well. And lastly, you have your state shortcut. I'll show you how you can get the most use out of this in the very end. So the way to get this into your OBS is you pretty much make it a game capture file. So you're seeing right now, I'm in OBS. And I have this created already, but I'll do another one. I'll do game capture, do capture specific window, and then go to Veadotube. If you're not using a green screen, first thing you want to do is go into display settings in Veadotube and then change from color to transparent. So now it's going to be this gray image, but now when you go back into OBS, it's still going to be gray. So now you have to click allow transparency. Doing those two things together, you can see now I have this fully working. I could put it wherever I want, and I could completely replace my video if I want. So yeah, this is how you get it started in OBS with a transparent background. But now I'm going to show you how to create a custom image. Trying to find these images yourself can be pretty difficult. A lot of these are ones that people buy as well, so like some kind of designer will make it for them. But there are two resources that I'd really suggest for this, and the first one being Google Gemini. I was pretty surprised that it actually could create this pretty easily. All my prompt was just very specific. It knew I wanted it for a PNG tuber as well. The only thing I'd say is make sure you ask for a white solid background, because for whatever reason, Gemini wasn't able to give me a transparent background, but you can pretty much ask it for anything. So I did what I love, a white husky, but you can go down to here and like you can see I asked for a goblin, it did that. Can be kind of scary, so you can ask for reiterations on some of them too. But now I just asked for the wolf ones again, but this time with the closed eyes. So now I'm going to be able to blink as I'm using it. So yeah, I highly suggest you try using Gemini. I tried a lot of the other AIs, but this one seemed to be the best for this use case. It says I need to upgrade for it, so if this issue does happen, just threaten that you'll go to GPT and then it'll give you more of a limit. So you could just do that. I'm not sure how long that strategy will last for. But what you do when you get this is that I realize not everybody has their own photo editor type of software. So I'm going to make this video really user-friendly for everybody. In this case, my favorite thing to use for this is something called Photopea. So I got those 4 wolf images from Gemini. And now what I'm trying to do is I'm going to remove the background. So I'm just going to take that white background and just remove it. Drag and dropping this into here. And it'll create that file. And then I take this little wand and click on the white and then click delete and then press the delete button. Then take this file and I export as, I'll call this one PNGTuber closed both, save it, refresh this page and do that for each one of the 4. And once you get your images, now you can create a new state. So I'm going into here and you can see I created this state here, but I'll just create a new one just so you can see how it's done. And what I'm gonna do is just remove every image. So I'm just gonna remove all the 4 images. So now I have to replace these with the closed mouth image, open mouth image, closed mouth blinking, and open mouth blinking. So closed mouth, the open mouth one now, closed mouth, closed eyes. And lastly, the blinking open mouth. So now you can see, now as I'm talking, it'll blink as I'm doing it. So one thing to note though, is that this isn't perfect, right? So this is just using some free tools. So you can see that there's like a little bit of white all around him. You can see it can be really noticeable too. But the good news is it's only noticeable because it's so big. So like if I was to shrink this down, you wouldn't notice it nearly as much, especially on a video. So now if I go back into OBS, you'll see I can turn off my video again, turn back on this game capture, and now you can see that little white line around him isn't nearly as noticeable. One thing you could do to fix this issue is you could have that same image I created, but instead of a white background, you can ask for a black background, and that might help. You can also, if you really like the image, but for whatever reason, you can find some other better tool like this. You could even get a free version of Canva Pro, and it could probably do this better. And there is a lot of different ways you can remove that white. I just thought this is a really cool feature that not a lot of creators are showing at all. I noticed there is a tutorial on this, but they go really base level. So I just really wanted to show you all the different possibilities here. So now that we've created our image and we can put it into OBS, I'm just going to show you some of the other stuff to get the most out of it. So if you do notice, like maybe you don't want this mouth to be open all the time, you can make this microphone cutoff just a little bit more. So it only opens like when I get really loud, or if it's not picking it up a lot, I could bring it down all the way like this, and then it would always be on pretty much. So this threshold is pretty useful to have as well, but then there's also this delay. So if I want it to be on for an extra like second after I talk, you can do this. And the delay's default is like 0.04 or even 0. Next, you can change the window title if you want. Making this window size exact every time you use it will also make it not all blown up every time you try to put it back on the screen. Because like right now it's the right size, but if I go like this, it's just gonna blow up on the screen. There's a lot of different settings, but for the most part, I get most of my stuff from the states on the right. Something really useful you can do down the road too is to create shortcuts for these different PNGs. So this one, for instance, I could go state shortcut, assign shortcut, and then go Control R. So now anytime I press Control R, it'll go back to this one. I also have a state shortcut for this one. If I go Control Q, then I'll go instantly back to that deer. So now I can just swap between the deer and the wolf whenever I want. Now these are pretty different. So obviously you're not going to be doing this during a stream, but what's useful for this is if you have like maybe a BRB sign or something like somebody sleeping or something like that to show that you're away from the keyboard, you can always create a PNGTuber stance like this and then use a hotkey to just automatically swap between the two. And lastly, when you like what work you've done, you can go to the avatar settings here and go save mini avatar. In here, you'll create a veto file, so you can save this wherever you want. And I suggest doing this just in case you lose your work for whatever reason. And then you can just load this back into this platform and you'll be able to have all your shortcuts and all your animations all ready for you. There's one other thing that's really useful here, and it's the IIJI's PNGTuber Picrew master list. Always love when a community comes together and creates something like this, so I wanted to just share this in this video too. I'll leave this in the description down below, but this is somebody's PNGTuber Picrew master list. So this is more anime focused, but if you do want an avatar along these lines and Gemini for whatever reason wasn't working that well for you, you could just come into here, click on any single one you want, and there's going to be some guidelines onto using it. I personally haven't used these yet, so I don't know how great these are or if you're even able to use these. But if you do really like these, you could always take one of these into Gemini and ask Google to create something similar to this. If you don't want to do the Gemini thing, you can just click into any one of these, maybe translate the page if you need it in English, and then you'll be able to see kind of the rules around using this. So this could also be another option for you. There you go. Now you have a transparent PNG in OBS that dynamically changes whether if you're talking or if you're not talking. I really hope this video helped you out, and if it did, please give it a like so it can be shared across YouTube. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing. Every sub goes a really long way, so I'd really appreciate it. All right, have a great day, everyone. Cheers.